The message that you should pick yourself up, get over it, or look on the bright side can work sometimes, but other times you need some time to lick your wounds. Psychologist Susan Orenstein is here to help us understand self-pity versus self-compassion. And we have some contradictory messages in society, don't we?
We do. So we hear honor your feelings and it's okay to have your feelings. And then on the flip side, we hear write a gratitude journal, pick yourself up, get up, cheer up.
Yeah. The message that you should pick yourself up, get over it, or look on the bright side can work sometimes, but other times you need some time to lick your wounds. Psychologist Susan Orenstein is here to help us understand self-pity versus self-compassion. And we have some contradictory messages in society, don't we?
We do. So we hear honor your feelings and it's okay to have your feelings. And then on the flip side, we hear write a gratitude journal, pick yourself up, get up, cheer up.
Yeah.
And it can be very confusing.
How do you define pity?
Pity. So pity is destructive, and pity is when people turn into themselves and they feel bad about themselves. They start to feel helpless and afraid and separated from everyone else.
Okay, so what about self-compassion? How do you define that?
Self-compassion is a variation of pity, but it's constructive because self-compassion is honoring your feelings. And it's based on love and compassion. So you have compassion for yourself, and that would draw other people to you. It doesn't separate people like
so
pity does.
What happens when you get stuck?
When you get stuck.
Yeah.
When you get stuck in pity, you start to feel really, like I said, guilt, shame, fear, isolated, and that's when people can go into a depression. It's a really, really unhealthy state.
Like the world's against me, everybody, it's unfair.
It's unfair and it's me versus them. And that's when people need more than ever support system and connections.
Okay, so how do you get unstuck then?
So to get unstuck, I think it's really important to have somebody you trust that you can talk to. It could be a counselor or somebody in your church or a family member to share what's going on with you and to make sure that that person will have compassion for you, not pity for you. So you have to choose well.
So you're still expressing those emotions, but doing it in a constructive way?
Exactly.
Okay. So should we ask ourselves about how we're treating others who are maybe struggling with some of these self-pity emotions?
I think it really, what's interesting is if you can learn compassion for others, or you're already very compassionate towards others, you can use that to yourself and vice versa. And so when you see somebody who's going through pity, I think the best thing to do is show them compassion. And we might have a part of us that's annoyed and says, get over it, cheer up. But that's kind of laying on some shame and guilt and going to make them feel separate.
So what's the best way to show that compassion? I mean, do you say, I understand when maybe you don't understand, or it's okay? I mean, what do you say?
I think witnessing their feelings is what you can do. You don't have to understand, you don't have to agree, but to say, I can see how hard this is for you. I can see you're really upset.
Okay.
That goes a long way.
Okay, that is very useful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Orenstein.
My pleasure.
To set up a session, visit OrensteinSolutions.com or call 919-428-2766.